Everybody, welcome back to the Nerdcast. It is Devin, broadcasting as always, live from an undisclosed location in the center of Texas. Oh no, I didn't want to do that. Oh boy, on a obnoxious, anxiety-riddled Tuesday, election eve. Hope everybody's doing generally okay out there. Evening, yo, what's up, Vince? Welcome back to the stream. How are you doing? Oh, you're playing the Jihadi Trump. I'm streaming from my downstairs PC right now, so I don't have those sounds hooked up. But, yeah. Yeah. How you doing, Taco? Been watching Asmund stream on the election, but switching over. Oh, cool. I've been watching. I've been trying my hardest to not like super obsess over it because I've had a bad feeling about it, like for a while now, and it seems like it may be going that way. Oh, I didn't. Did I not change my? Oh, I think I changed it. It seems like it might be going that. I don't know. Keeping it together, a little anxious, and I'm trying not to keep looking at polls. Same, which is why I decided to hop on here and do Skyrim. But I'll tell you what, I've been watching the Majority Report's live show. I've been watching the Majority Report's live show. I'm also I got multi-streaming. I think it's going okay so far. Let me see if the sound's coming through on YouTube. Yeah, I'm simulcasting right now on my downstairs PC using OBS rather than Streamlabs. So, you know, this is like an experiment on that front. Maybe I'll kill my Streamlabs sub and just start using this plugin on OBS. Was keeping up more with the Missouri stuff. AP says yes on repealing abortion ban here. Republicans here in shambles. That's the annoying thing about a lot of this stuff is that there are a decent amount of more progressive ballot initiatives that are getting a hell of a lot more support than even down ballot Democrats. Like all throughout the election cycle, down ballot Democrats have always performed better than Biden or Harris. So that was always encouraging, but now it seems like that's sort of leveling out, and maybe the down ballot Democrats aren't quite doing as well, but those initiatives are. Like even in Florida, which Florida has some stupid ass statute that says that, you know, constitutional amendments have to get 60% of the populace vote in order to be enacted. Which, like, how the fuck is anything going to get 60% of the populace vote? So you have things down there like protecting abortion rights and I think a legalization of marijuana that have almost 60%. Last I looked, it had almost 60% support. But if it doesn't get 60%, it'll be at like 57%. I think actually the abortion thing failed officially at 57% support. So like the 43% that said no won, which is the most anti-democratic thing in the world. But I mean, the fact that, you know, you still had 57% of the people in Florida say yes on it, just shows you, you know, like the uphill battle here is the Democratic Party brand. It's the party brand. Skyrim, you're going to give us a bad omen. I was just trying to think of a game, because, like, I could have played Oblivion, but I can't transfer my save from my upstairs PC to down here. So I was like, do I really want to start another playthrough of Oblivion from the start? Like, no, I don't want to do that. But I was thinking about other kind of setups or other kind of games to play, and I just settled on Sky. I mean, if you guys have other suggestions, I'm open for other suggestions too, but I think for now it's just going to end up being Skyrim. Todd Howard is going to come through and take over using Adium plugin on OBS. I don't even know what it's called. No, it's something different. It's something different. It's like a Japanese plugin. and keep America 16 times the detail. Honestly, you're louder on this setup, and I'm 100% for it. Yeah, I've got this mic that's like right next to my mouth, so I could always turn the mic upstairs up a little bit more, because I know I move around a lot, and my position to the mic changes. So if I wasn't that loud before, y'all should have said something. Y'all should have been like, "Hey, can you turn up your mic or something?" I didn't know that I was coming in all that low. Let me see. Yeah, I was watching the Majority Report stream because they're doing like a live show. Let me see if I can. I think I'll pop it on in the corner here.
Trump's rally in Madison Square Garden. It's the last America First rally happened in the late 30s and 85 years ago. And years later, we have
The volume wasn't too quiet before.
progressive reforms.
She seems to be catching up. She needs Arizona and Minnesota. She's leading in Minnesota at the moment. I mean, it was always going to be this way. It always starts off as like a red mirage where it's, oh, the Republicans are doing so well. Then later on, the urban areas catch up. So I suspected some amount of that. But she severely underperformed in Georgia and North Carolina. And that gives me enough reason for pause.
We may be going into one of those periods.
We may be. But if Harris does end up winning this by a slimmer margin than we would have hoped, this is also harm reduction, because if Donald Trump wins, the Supreme Court will be right-wing for the rest of my lifetime. And probably a lot of people...
That's another thing. It's like...
The Supreme Court can't reach the end of our lifetimes. Like,
if this is how it goes...
Like, the Supreme Court is a major facet in this, too. Like, there's at least 2 more Supreme Court picks that are coming up.
A functioning institution that allows progress. Like, that's something we need to organize against as far as... And, I mean, maybe Trump winning and stacking it even more makes that obvious to people, but it's a non-starter. We're gonna be underwater.
Totally. But we'll see. We should know some more tomorrow, but not exactly the tone we want to leave you guys with. But.
Oh, I guess they're ending their coverage.
You can still buy Sam Cedar a drink. Club soda and tequila is what he prefers.
I will not be accepting any more.
And buy some merch, guys.
Palestine.
Free Palestine. That movement continues, of course.
Hang in there. Still a chance, but again, you know, regardless of who wins this election, organizing is always going to be necessary, and you know, it's something you should be doing tomorrow, the next day, so on, regardless of who wins. But it's going to be a tense couple of days. And then, hopefully, well, we'll see.
4 years.
Is this time to give it up for all of the people who have worked on the show?
Oh!
For Bradley and for Matt.
I'm just going through my Steam list to see if there's
John from San Antonio, John Benjamin, you, Bob. What's that? Oh, and Letterhack, of course, Matt.
Wait, Letterhack is here.
Amazing poster. Oh, there he is.
I can always try this one again.
Letterhack in the house.
Maybe I'll try You Are the Judge again. This game was a weird game. It's a little lightweight game.
And Isaac, who's been back doing merch.
I don't know. I'll jump into Skyrim
doing
at
all
first.
sorts of
We'll see how
utility
he's vibe with
stuff.
Skyrim first.
And Dorsey, of course, folks, hang in there. We'll be on tomorrow and Thursday and Friday, and then back Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, and you get the picture. When's the next live show? Not sure. All right, drive carefully. Thanks so much for coming out.
Thanks,
everybody.
guys.
You're about to be
guys.
king. Because you guys
But,
are boosters. Because you guys are boosters.
Okay, well, you know. They were doing a live show, so I'm sure that they had to vacate those premises after hanging around for about 5 hours or so. I don't know who else is doing coverage that I should watch. Chris Saliza. Looks like TYT is.
Live, Tool Shed, Lady Fukin T, Guru Plays Drums, Nicole Landreth, Life, Love, No Regrets, Star Alexis, Jay Bonzo, 1432. I'll leave it there for now. All of you guys, thank you for donating through TYT.com or becoming members through TYT.com. 20% off today for monthly membership on TYT, and we've got all the information there for you guys. We've got all the games. The polls are getting clobbered, like Kamala Harris is getting clobbered in our polls, which is funny. Of course, they're not scientific, but getting a sense of the audience. And
I've just been watching the numbers.
So let me give you the comments.
What page are you looking at?
Doing this show with you guys.
Put a link in
And
the
so,
chat. I'll open it up.
We get yelled at all the time by every different side.
If you aren't multi-streaming, I'd say
We're
NBC.
proving right
Yeah,
on
it's
the
also a
show.
thing where it's like I got to be careful with
You
what's going to
guys
get me
putting out
hammered.
Community is all we need, right? And you guys are the best. I love how optimistic you are, hopeful and joyful that
Just on
you are.
Google?
So let me read a couple of those real quick if I can find them here. Circle Strat says, "Oh well, Jenk, at least the Steelers are leading their division. Go Steelers!" There you go. You know what though? The funny thing is that put me in a better mood.
Of course it did.
Okay. Pretty Little Bird said Jill Stein votes basically make up the difference between Kamala and Trump, and then had a bunch of laughing out loud emojis like oh, it didn't even come close, right? She got 0.3% last time we checked in with Jill Stein, so all that hubbub about Jill Stein. By the way, if you guys don't know, the Democratic Party spent a tremendous amount of money trying to kneecap Jill Stein.
Money well spent.
Whoa, great job. Maybe you should have looked at Donald Trump. Maybe you should have run an ad that was interesting. And,
Is this
Yogi
live
Rip says,
update?
Folks, you may feel bad right now, but we're still one country. You're part of it. Be proud and stay united. There you go, Yogi Rip. I love that. Well, what is?
Are you talking about this right here? Is this what you're just kind of looking at? It's 209, 230 now. All right. Well, I guess I'll keep this up. And then I'll launch this bad boy and see how this goes. Oh man, what a pain in the ass. Damn it, I didn't want to put that there. You motherfucker. OBS does have some pretty annoying, oh my god. What the fuck is this then? You know what? I'm just gonna leave it like this. This will work. This will work, I guess. Oh, it's got to download a lot of shit. Damn it, Skyrim, you son of a bitch. Alright, well. I guess I'll just chill and wait until that's done. NBC kept bringing up college kids and saying Joe Rogan helped swing the young male voters. It was really dumb for Harris to not go on Joe Rogan's show because he does have that influence. He does have that influence. I know it's easy to dismiss a lot of those weird red-pilled YouTube dudes as just being like internet annoyances, and most of them are. But Joe Rogan is like the one person who you could say is a little bit more consequential than that. He's a little bit more consequential than that. She didn't really do, her campaign didn't do anything really to, and I heard somebody ask this question earlier. Her campaign didn't do anything to reach out to like male voters. And the question was asked, well, what do you do? What exactly does it mean to reach out to like male voters? I'm noticing this shadow right here, and I'm like, is that like the shadow right there? I'm like, is that just, what is this? Is my face just that fat? Which, yes, the answer to that question is yes. I need to find a way to lose weight in my face. Got a lot of face fatness going on. You see that? It just popped out. It just... Boop. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. Anyways, I mean... The thing is, speaking to the material needs of most people, there are a few issues that are women specific, like abortion. You know, that's a woman specific thing. Men don't ever have to worry about that sort of thing. So, you know, that's an issue that, you know, you can focus on driving the female vote with that. But when you talk about speaking to men and what men need, the answer to that question isn't really any different than the needs of pretty much everyone else. Like, there isn't anything inherent in the male physiology that would require, you know, any kind of special attention the way that, you know, pregnancies do, right? But the things that drives the manosphere, the weird bro culture, the thing that drives that so much is a resentment towards society, in their view, moving away from what it used to be, which was, in their fantasy, and it wasn't really a fantasy, it's just an idealized version of it, like a male-centric, patriarchal dominated, rigid hierarchical structure that placed all of the importance on men. They see that, but they don't understand the structures underneath it that built that. And a lot of the structures underneath that built that are the same things that, you know, they all the material needs that all people, you know, in our society require, which is basically food, you know, a way to take care of yourself, a way to take care of your family, shelter, and healthcare. That's it. That's it. They think back on like the golden age of the American man, with the nuclear family, the wife and the 2.5 kids, and you know the man is the caretaker, he's the provider and the decision maker, you know, and the woman was the housekeeper and raised the children and all that sort of stuff. And there's a desire, even if people don't want to go back to that strictly rigid structure, the underlying nature of it is that men had value. There was a value that men had that they don't have anymore because the nuclear family has dissolved in a lot of instances, and women are in the workforce more than they were back then, and they can provide for themselves, and people don't want to have kids, so all of that sort of stuff. And if you're not a caretaker for your family, if you can't you can't raise kids, you can't have kids, you can't afford a house even, let alone all the other stuff that comes with it, then what is your value as a man? In a patriarchal society, what is your value as a man? And that's a question that doesn't have an answer if the only lens that you can view our society through is rigid capitalistic patriarchy. If that's the only way that you could see our society, then yeah, I can understand 100% why all these dudes would listen to someone like Andrew Tate or Joe Rogan or any of these other guys, charlatans like Jordan Peterson, and be like, yeah, they're right. Like this is what happened. Like liberals and feminists, they took over society, and they hate men, and they took away men's power. They blah blah blah, all that kind of stupid shit, whatever other dumb shit they say. And the reason why, and it's kind of like the insidious nature of the worst conspiracy theories out there. The worst conspiracy theories are bad because they always contain some kernel of truth. And so long as that kernel of truth exists, then it validates all of the other insane falsities that hover around those theories. It lends validation and credence to it, and then that contributes to the erosion of a perceived shared reality, right? Like that's one of the many reasons why I don't like conspiracy theories, is because they contribute to a societal erosion of the acceptance of reality. But it kind of plays the same in this whole conversation, is that the nugget of truth that exists that drives that resentment from men is the fact that their ability to provide has been diminished, and their place that they see, that they envision themselves in society as being like caretakers and providers, isn't as stable and rigid and present as it was, like in the idealized version of the 50s or 60s or whatever. That is the kernel of truth from which all of their other bullshit that is not true revolves around. The reason why that's true, though, is because of the erosions of wages, the destruction of unions, all of the things that have made it difficult just for any random normal person to survive on a day-to-day basis. It's hard to start a family when you can barely afford to feed yourself. You get incubated in an environment like that for at least 2 generations. Like this shit started in the 70s. You get incubated, to where your parents grew up like that. The importance of the nuclear family and the strict hierarchical structure of the patriarchy diminishes. For a lot of people that don't feel like their value is attached to that, it diminishes. And so you end up with what you have right now, which is, yes, wages have been demolished. They still haven't caught pace with productivity even, let alone inflation. And we could talk about that too. You have a situation where affording just a place to rent in any area that has a job worth having, a job that pays decently, you're going to be signing away 40% of your paycheck to live in a house or apartment there. So it's hard to do that. If you have any kind of health problem, you're paying a shit ton out of pocket just to cover your deductible, if you have insurance, let alone the insurance the money that you pay just to have that insurance to begin with. And then all sorts of other things that just hover around a person's inability to see themselves as someone of value. And then you have all these conversations about, well, what is value? What really is value for to an individual? And that's a high-minded philosophical discussion that liberals don't have. Liberals don't have those discussions, honestly, but right-wingers do. And that's what that's what YouTube is all about. YouTube provides some semblance of an answer to people who have those questions, to young men who have those questions. And so long as only one side, and liberals for the most part, the ones that are dyed in the wool, neoliberal Democrats, they really can't talk to it because they don't believe in the cause of the symptoms. Like the symptoms I described, people being unable to afford things and rent and et cetera, et cetera. There's a reason why that happened. And liberals can't talk to it because it goes against their worldview. A lot of them. There are some liberals who are like, they're more susceptible to deconstructing and ascribing a proper solution to those issues than others. But for the most part, they don't talk to it. Like Kamala Harris's campaign was all about that. Was all about avoiding talking to that. Like you look at all the exit polls, and overwhelming majority of exit polls, the number one thing on the top of people's mind was the economy, which shouldn't be surprising. Of course, it's the economy. Abortion ranked high too, for sure, and that might be enough to carry the day in those quote unquote blue wall states. That might be enough. I don't know, but that doesn't change the fact that the economy is by far like top two important things. And abortion doesn't factor into most men's lives. As selfish as that might be, that's just the reality of it. So you have a whole contingent of dudes out there who don't give a shit about abortion and economy, which men and women care about. There is nothing that speaks to them in that regard. Kamala Harris's campaign, their whole thing about the economy was the opportunity economy, whatever the fuck that means. Like it was so obtuse. Like it was her main point was like tax cuts for small businesses, whatever constitutes a small business. And then doing the going against price gougers, which is actually good. That's a good policy. But she kind of downplayed it. Like she popped off with it at first, when the swap was first made. But then she kind of stopped talking about it quite as much and never got into super big detail. But B, the price gouging thing is a second order initiative, right? Like it should be done. Yes, it needs to be done, but it needs to be done in service. It's like the back end, and the front end are wages. Like she should lead with $15 or $6. Actually, it should be honestly about $17 or $18 minimum wage now. But she should have led with any kind of talk about raising the minimum wage, and then piggybacking off of raising the minimum wage, talk about going after price gougers. Because then you're saying to people, we're going to pay you more money, and we're going to make the shit you buy cheaper. So that's a win. That's a double win. You're going to end up having more money to do the things that you feel that you need to do as a man, like have kids and buy a house and all that sort of stuff. Her house policy was weird too. Like the $50,000 or $25,000 loan, sure, that's fine. She didn't really get into details about that, which I think she should have gotten to a lot more detail about that. In addition to her plan to cut red tape for building houses and shit. Like nobody knows what that means. And every politician talks about, cutting red tape and then needing more housing. She should have gone into a lot more detail about the pain that people feel paying rent. Like she should have gone into an extreme amount of detail about A, why people feel that pain, and B, exactly what you're going to do about alleviating that pain, But everything she talked about was at a very, very surface level. Like they weren't really good policies to begin with, and then when she talked about it at a surface level. So, again, when you're talking about why there's such a big divide between, how men perceive things and how women perceive things, the things that are important to men are, they're the same things that are important to women, but they're also the things that centrist Democrats just don't want to do, So that leaves the door wide open for someone like Donald Trump, to appeal to those people. That's why Donald Trump, everybody thought that Trump was done after that debate, with the eating the cats and dogs shit. And it seemed like that should have been enough to like seal the deal. But Trump just put his head down. He put his head down and he got to work targeting, you know, right-wing talkers on YouTube and podcasts. And he hit he made the rounds to, Aiden Ross and fucking Patrick Bet-David and Joe Rogan and, any right-wing dude that had a podcast, he was there talking to them. And like he was talking specifically to a lot of dudes who, the Kamala campaign just wasn't talking to. And mostly white dudes, but black dudes too. Like Trump made massive inroads in the black community in Michigan, which is insane to think about. But again, if you don't speak to people's material needs, you leave the door wide open for someone like Trump to make those inroads, whether he earned it in my view or not. And I don't think he did, because he never expressed any real policy. All he did, he played to nostalgia. He was like, just remember how things were when I was president, which is an insane thing to say, because I do remember, and it ended miserably. It was a miserable ending to that whole ordeal, but people have short memories, I guess. And especially if you're going to the grocery store and your bill is sky high, and then you're paying half your paycheck to half your monthly wages to rent or your mortgage, then yeah, you're gonna remember, oh man, that package of ham is like $5 now, but not too long ago it was like $2.50. What happened? That speaks to people. Having that kind of nostalgic bend speaks to people. And it was unfortunately, it might have been enough. Maybe not, but it might have been enough. Let me catch up on chat. I went on an extended rant there. Instead of focusing on policies, they focused on being anti-Trump. Even being anti-Trump is not bad, because Donald Trump is still a very disliked person. But you have to, she tried to position herself in a positive light. Like, she tried to make herself the Jedi to Trump's Sith. But, you have to, you can't just say I'm the Jedi to the Sith. You have to show why you're the Jedi. And everything she had to show was weak, in my view. Like, she just had weak shit. She went around with fucking Liz Cheney. Nobody likes Liz Cheney, not even Republicans. There's a reason why she lost her seat by historic margins, because nobody likes her. So who was that play for? Like, that was just a waste. She doesn't have the same. She's been way too quiet. She doesn't have the same charisma as Cheeto. She's got no charisma, but she doesn't really need it against him because he is so disliked. She could just a perfect example is when Joe Biden was like, the only garbage I saw at that rally were Trump supporters. That's great. People even responded to it positively, but Democrats ran away from it. When they should have quadrupled down on that. That's the kind of thing that people will respond to. Even if you don't have charisma, people just want to see you fight. People just want to see. That's why Donald Trump is always, you see a Trump ad, you see him, from the rally he got shot at, going fight, 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 because people like that. People will respond to that even if they don't like the messenger. They like the message even if they don't like the messenger, right? So for whatever reason, Democrats are just genetically predisposed to not fighting, or at least not fighting conservatives. They'll fight fucking progressives to the death. I voted for her. I won't sugarcoat it. She doesn't have much charisma at all. No, she doesn't have any. Her whole thing is, I'm not Trump and I was middle class. That's it. Yeah, but, she doesn't. Joe Biden could get away with calling himself middle class or whatever, a union guy, because he just has that. He has the vibe of that. But Kamala Harris doesn't have that vibe. So her talking about coming from the middle class, and then her only example was her mom. She was talking about her mom at her kitchen table or whatever, and I don't really know. It wasn't as convincing. It wasn't as convincing as like Joe Biden talking about being from the middle class, and whether that's just because he's an old white guy with a mid-Atlantic accent or something. Maybe that's it. Maybe that sometimes the optics and the aesthetics matter, and they can push the extra way. And I don't know what Kamala's push should have been, but she ran like she was Joe Biden. And that's not a good thing for like multiple reasons. Least of which she doesn't have, the white guy buff. If you're an old white guy, you get an automatic buff. She doesn't have that, so she can't act like she does. Second, she doesn't have the kind of retail politics charm that Biden has. The kissing babies and hugging the elderly and all that sort of stuff. Like Joe Biden's good at that sort of stuff, and he has like that old man charm, right? She doesn't have any of that, so she can't. And because she has the white guy, or he has the white guy buff, it allows him to play to conservatives more. Like she can't appeal to conservatives the same way that Joe Biden can appeal to conservatives, because they'll look at him and hear him and be like, well, maybe he is one of us. Even if they don't think it out loud, like subconsciously, this the vibes of a guy like us is there because he's an old white guy who talks like he's from the Rust Belt and rides the train all the time and shit like that. So absent her ability to have any of that, I don't know why she decided to run like she had it all. I can't seem to get my wife pregnant. I don't know why. Or the younger dudes hearing about those good old glory nuclear family times and thinking, yes, let's create that. I'm good without the nuclear family thing. See, and that's the thing. A lot of people are. Like, a lot of people are okay with not having a nuclear family now. But they think that that's a sign of, like, the degradation of society. It's the downfall of man. That's when you start getting people that over-obsess about, like, birth rates and shit. And then by that point, you're deep into the well. You are deep into the well once you get to that point. Hello, it is me, and I'm just straight up scared. Yo, what's up, Toaster? Welcome back to the stream. I mean, it's well, what's the old saying? May you live at interesting times. as a curse. The times are certainly interesting. Abortion will sadly only really swayed female voters, yes, because it directly involves them, yes. And the play there was that the Harris campaign was like, maybe that's enough to get women to vote for us and drown out the male vote. Yo, Livia Moonks, welcome, or Moon X. It's probably Moon X, but I like Moonks. Welcome back to the stream. Hope you're having a decent night. The abortion argument gets tiring after a while because most people kind of just believe what they believe. As a woman, I don't care about it as much as literally everything else. LMAO. I mean, that's always a part of the problem with like, the single issue voter thing. Like going after a demographic that is like, a demographic that you view as being a single issue voter is a fool's errand, because yeah, maybe abortion is like the most important thing to, a certain constituent of people, but it's not the only important thing. And you may have 2 or 3 important things beneath abortion who, if those policies appeal to that person more than the opponents, that might be enough to supersede the top item. It's like, yeah, the abortion thing is really important, but those other things below it are important too, and all those policies are better on the other side, so I'm going to go over there anyway. Even though, abortion's my thing, I'm just going to, the other thing's not as important. Yeah, there's plenty of people that make that, even if they don't make that calculation that specifically, there are plenty of people that do make that kind of calculation. So I don't like targeting like single issue voters in that way. Like, you have to have a broad and diverse platform. It's populism. It's basically populism. You can either do left-wing populism or right-wing populism. And Democrats hate left-wing populism, and Republicans have embraced right-wing populism. And right-wing populism, more often than not, has been winning. The only instance where it has it is 2020, because it was a unique period of time when, You know, we were coming out of, or actually we were dead in the middle of an incredibly deadly pandemic that, you know, the incumbent looked like he was fucking up epically. So, you know, that was the one instance where populism wasn't going to save the day for them. But it might now. Maybe it won't, but it might. Democrats don't even have the excuse that people choose better prices over not killing people because they respond to criticism over taking part in the genocide by sending fucking Bill Clinton and Cheney to insult and threaten Arabs in Michigan, which the Arab vote got us last election. Yeah, I don't even know what the calculation behind that decision was. That was, yeah, I don't understand why they even thought that would be even anything remotely close to a good idea. But Democrats just make shit. They're shitty. They're shitty at their jobs. They make bad decisions all the time. Joe also had the benefit of being an old white guy. Kamala is a woman of color. Yeah, exactly. And she to her credit, she didn't run that way. She didn't run as a woman of color. You know, she didn't run that way. So, you know, that is a credit to her. Because she knew she couldn't. She knew that she couldn't. Right? Like, even Obama in 2008, Obama didn't run as, you know, the first black guy, or I'm going to be the first black player, or whatever. He didn't run that way. He ran basically as a progressive. You know, he didn't govern that way, but he ran as a progressive, and he had a lot of really good progressive policies that he was putting out there. You know, public option was a big part of his Affordable Care Act pitch initially. He abandoned it right away. And I was saying that Kamala should have picked it up. She should have. One of her big campaign messages should have been, you know, we will complete the promise of Obamacare by finally instituting a public health care option. She should have said that, you know, and canceling medical debt. We're going to simultaneously cancel all medical debt and institute a public option. Give a clean reset to Americans struggling with their health care. You know, she should have said that. You know, but she didn't. Obama did in 2008. He didn't run as a black guy, but he ran on shit like that and did gangbusters. Also because he just had unique charisma. But especially if you don't, and nobody for a second thought that Kamala had the charisma of Obama. That was never a thing. If you don't have that kind of unique charisma, then you definitely need to be, you know, run on a strong progressive populist platform. You can't be doing this weak ass Republican light Liz Cheney shit when you have the charisma of a fucking wet sock. Man, someone just needs to wake me up when they decide I can't keep watching the poll. Yeah, I think the only reason why I decided to stream even, usually I stream on Tuesdays. I felt like I didn't want to earlier, but then I was like, you know what? I need the distraction because, like, I'm just, you know, obsessively. At first, I was obsessively, like, watching polls and stuff. But then I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I turned my shit off. And then I drove a long ways out. I drove about, you know, roughly 20 minutes away from where I'm at now to go get some delicious Korean barbecue. I got a big pile of bulgogi. And it was great. It was delicious. 20 minutes there, 20 minutes back, about 25 minutes eating. I cut a big chunk of time out of my night that otherwise would have been spent, you know, hitting the refresh button. So sometimes you just got to do things to distract yourself a little bit. She didn't? Not at all? Well, the poll is kind of stalled at the moment. Yeah, we're getting to that point in the night where it's going to be that way. It's just going to be that way. Did my SKYRIM ever stop installing? What's happening here? Oh, here we go. All right, let's see if let's see how this goes. Oh, the window's tiny. Why is the window tiny? Okay, let me fix that. I had some Hellfire pizza rolls. It's nowhere near as hot as the actual Hellfire hot sauce. What's a Hellfire pizza roll? Oh, that's why. What the fuck? No, give me that one. Give me that one. I wonder. Oops. Oh my god, you son of a bitch. You know what I'm gonna have to do now, because I only have one monitor on my downstairs setup rather than two. So I am going to have to download. Actually, hey, Vince, what was that? What was that chat program you were telling me about that lets me look at YouTube and Twitch chats? I think you were telling me about a chat program like that. I forget what it was called though. Gotta wait for those 3 a.m. Civil War veterans to get to the polls. Collab from Totino's pizza rolls with Hellfire hot sauce. Oh, jeez. I don't know if I would like a super spicy pizza. Some people were making the whatever happens, we should all remember Joe Biden tried his hardest to prevent this, as if this entire thing isn't his fault. Good lord. How did Joe Biden try his hardest to prevent it? By trying, do they mean by him trying to stay in the race? Social Stream Ninja. Okay. Let me see if I can find that. Are they saying by him trying to stay in the race? I mean, it's his and the Democrats' fault. They should have known from the start he was not going to be up. You could already tell if you listen to Joe Biden speak from 2016 and then compare that to how he was speaking in 2020, you could already see like a massive decline in his what the fuck is this? You could already see a massive decline in his ability to wait, why what? Huh? What? Huh? What? What is this? You could already see a massive decline in his cognitive abilities between 2016 and 2020. They should have known from the very start that he was going to be incapable of running a full robust campaign coherently as like a what 82 year old 83. How old is Joe Biden? I don't know. But he just didn't. He just knew he didn't have the juice to do it. They should have forced him out a long time ago and let there be an actual primary. Because honestly, if there was like a full primary, Kamala wouldn't have won. She would have run it, but she wouldn't have run it. She wouldn't have won it at least. I don't know who would have. We'd probably be talking about Gavin Newsom right now. How does this work? What the fuck? Trying to figure out how to in true Devon fashion, trying to figure out how this works without reading any documentation over it. Let's see if I can stumble my way through this. I think I'm gonna probably have to look up a. Let me see. Let me see if this has it right here. Oh my god, they don't have any instructions on how to use this thing. Do you not have like a... This is a GitHub. How do you not have a README? What the fuck is going on here? Where's your README file? Oh wait, here we go. Oh shit, this is annoying. Usually my criticism on engineers is that there's never any documentation, but this has too much documentation. Video walkthrough. Oh boy. Okay, hold on a second, guys. Hold on a second.
So hey everyone, in this video I'm going
Oh my god, this is 12 minutes long. I don't know if I want to do all this right now. It's a 12 minute long ass. Wait, you sent it. Is this the same thing I was just looking at?
Again, I will put all of these in the description.
Oh, this is fucking 15 minutes long.
Is a free app that you can use to bring up guest chat. You can have a persistent chat on there, as well as having a featured chat. So if you're used to StreamYard, you know, when you're in a chat and you click on somebody's chat and you'll see the installer.
All right, let me just cut right to the chase here.
This is what it looks like.
Is that what mine looks like? I don't think mine looks like that.
I guess you might call this complicated, but you go over here and you add
What the
sign
fuck
in
is going on here?
anything you're going to be streaming to, because that's what's going to catch all of your chats. And at the top here, well, configure all your settings first, like, oh, I want a green page background, so you do that, or I want dark mode. All these features are included. So this
What is
is
this?
going to
What does this mean?
where you add
Oh,
doc
wait. Why did that happen?
feature for Social Stream Ninja.
Oh no. Wait a second.
Going back to OBS here, you're going to go to Docs.
Oh my god, Vince, I appreciate the effort you put into this video. I'm not gonna look at that right now. I'll figure this out later. I think for now I'm just going to see if I can oh, where's my thing at? There we go. Oh boy. see. Fuck. No, not there. Let me see, where am I at? Okay. Man, this is a... There we go. Hey, there we go. Let me make sure. Okay, cool. Ah, boy. Now let's try this. Now let's try this. Continue? Why do I have a continue? Do I have a save? What the hell was my save? Oh, okay, hold on. No, I'm just gonna do a new one. Alright, now we can dive deep into Taco's favorite Skyrim game, or Elder Scrolls game, rather.
Hey, you. Finally awake. You were trying to cross the border, right? Walked right into that Imperial ambush, same as us. And that thief over there.
Damn you Stormcloaks. Skyrim was fine until you came along. Empire was nice and lazy. If they hadn't been looking for you, could have stolen that horse and been halfway to Hammerfell. You there, you and me, we shouldn't be here. It's these Stormcloaks the Empire wants.
Yes. I'm just glad I got a stealth view on my video.
Shut up back there.
What's wrong with him, huh?
Watch your tongue. You're speaking to Ulfric Stormcloak, the true High King.
Ulfric? The Jarl of Windhelm? You're the leader of the rebellion. But if they captured you... Oh gods, where are they taking us?
I don't know where we're going, but Sovngarde awaits.
No, this can't be happening. This isn't happening.
Hey, what village are you from, horse thief?
Why do you care?
A Nord's last thoughts should be of home.
Rorikstead. I'm from Rorikstead.
General Tullius, sir. The headsman is waiting.
Good. Let's get this over with.
Sure, Mara, Isabella, Kinnereth, Akatosh, Divines, please help me.
The nostalgia.
General Tullius, the
The whole favorite Skyrim game that says it all.
And it looks like the Dalmor are with them.
It's worth setting up if you ever get the chance. Yeah, I will, just
Something to do with
off stream.
This is Helgen. I used to be sweet on a
246, 210.
Wonder if Elod is still making that mead with juniper berries mixed in. Funny. When I was a boy,
Daggerfall for life.
Imperial walls.
I just didn't want to. I don't have it set up on this computer. I totally would have played Daggerfall if I had it set up. If I had Daggerfall Unity and all my mods and stuff set up down here, but I don't.
Why? I want to watch the soldiers.
Inside the house. Now.
Yes, Papa.
New York Times said 246. Hopefully they jump the gun.
Why do you think? End of the line.
Let's go. Shouldn't keep the gods waiting for us.
No, wait, we're not rebels.
What you're witnessing live right now
You've got to tell them.
is the Democratic Party. This is the Democrats right now, being lined up.
Empire loves their damn lists.
Ulfric Stormcloak, Jarl of Windhelm.
It has been an honor, Jarl Ulfric.
Ralof of Riverwood. Lokir of Rorikstead.
No, I'm not a rebel. You can't do this.
Halt!
You're not gonna kill me.
Probably from Georgia. Wasn't Georgia officially counted? I thought Georgia was already a part of
You
that.
there. Step forward. Who are you?
Alright, who am I? I have an Argonian in every other game, I think. I think I have an Argonian in... I have an Argonian in Daggerfall. That's the one I'm playing off stream right now. I think I have an Argonian in Morrowind. And my Oblivion character is an Argonian, so I think I'm going to keep the Argonian tradition going strong. Wait. Oh, I'm a beefy Argonian. I could be a dirty Argonian. No, I can't. Oh wait, yes I can. There we go. Why is this all weird? You know what? Fuck all that. For whatever reason, these sliders aren't really working for me. That one is. You know what? Fuck it. This all looks good to me. Call this guy Rigo.
Are you a relative of one of the Riften dockworkers, Agonian? Captain.
It's even more poetic that the bad guys are wearing red.
Forget the list. He goes to the block.
By your orders.
No, it wasn't yet.
I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
We'll make sure your remains are returned to Black.
Stealth Archer.
Follow the captain, prisoner.
Anyway, I'm going to bundle up with the wife by the fire and enjoy the warmth away from the snowstorm outside and hopefully pass out. By the time I get up, We will reach a positive result. Good luck, everyone. Hey, thanks for stopping by and hanging out. Snowstorm. Snowstorm. Be safe. Be warm and cuddly. Hopefully we do wake up to better news tomorrow, so. Knock on wood.
And now the Empire is going to put you down.
Take care, Taco.
And restore the peace.
What was that?
It's nothing. Carry on.
Yes, General Tullius. Give them their last rites.
As we commend your souls to Aetherius, blessings of the 8 divines upon you, for you are the salt and earth of Nirn, our beloved.
Oh, what's going on with
For
the
the love
cursor?
of Talos, shut up and this over with.
Oh, my cursor fucked up.
Wish?
Come on, I haven't got all
It's snowing here too, but I love it. I know Taco is in Colorado. Where are you located at, if you don't mind my asking?
My ancestors are smiling at me, Imperials. Can you say the same?
Oh, wrecked.
You Imperial bastards!
At least the multi-stream is working. I made sure to drop a like on YouTube. Thank you. I appreciate that, Vince. Thanks.
In death, as he was in life.
Next, the lizard!
For the love of Talos, shut up and let's get this over with.
Did you hear that?
Oh, my cursor is all kinds of fucked up.
Next, prisoner!
To the block, prisoner. Nice and easy.
Well, yep, I'm in Colorado too. Oh man, all the Colorado folk.
What do you see?
Hold on a second. I need to, oh man. This is gonna suck doing this with my mouse cursor being all weird. Why is my mouse cursor weird?
What is that thing? Could the legends be true?
Legends don't burn down villages.
We need to move now! Up through the tower. Let's go!
Okay, I guess I'm going. Yo, what's up, homie?
Doing great. Turo! God! Everyone get back! Still alive, prisoner? Keep close to me if you want to stay that way. Gunnar, take care of the boy. I have to find General Tullius and join the defense. God's guide you, Hadbot.
Oh, when I got home from voting this morning, I made a YouTube short about getting out to vote. The fuck? Oh, this is his like little wing. I should have grabbed it. I made a YouTube short about getting out to vote. Someone pointed out that my polling station's I voted sticker had 1 star and was the flag of Liberia.
It's you and me, prisoner. Stay close.
You're kind of running all over the place though, man.
Raylo, you damn traitor. Out of my way.
We're escaping, Headlock. You're not stopping us this time.
fine. I hope that dragon takes you all to Sovereign Guard. Come on, into the keep. With me, prisoner. Let's go.
Why would I go with my captor?
We'll meet again in Sovngarde, brother. Looks like we're the only ones who made it. That thing was a dragon, no doubt. Just like the children's stories and the legends. The harbingers of the end times. We better get moving. Come here. Let me see if I can get those bindings off. There you go. You may as well take Gunjar's gear. He won't be needing it anymore. All right.
All right.
Put that armor on. Give that axe a few swings. I'm going to see if I can find some way out of here. Ah, this one's locked. See about that gate.
I stay killing Hadvar in every playthrough.
Damn.
I think
no way to open this from our side.
I think the last time I played it, I went with the Imperial.
Come on, soldiers! Keep moving! Take cover! Get this gate open.
You won't leave Helgen alive. I've had enough of you.
Let's see.
Maybe one of the...
Have to get used to this. Armor is 23 and 6.
Did you find it?
There we go. Little bit of an upgrade immediately.
See if it unlocks that door. That's it. Come on, let's get out of here before the dragon brings the whole tower down on our heads.
Oh man, I cut him right across his eyes.
A storeroom.
Search the barrel for potions. Yes, I'm aware of this.
See if you can find any potions. We'll need them.
Okay. Oh wait, here's one. Alright, let me see if relaunching will fix my mouse cursor, because that was really starting to get annoying for me. Also, I try to shrink that down a little bit. Yo, Lynn Ratman on YouTube. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Been a long day. With the nerves, I was able to crank out 5 comic pages today. LMAO. It's late, but I might make a cheesecake. Damn. I don't even know how to make a cheesecake. That sounds pretty complicated for late night cooking, but hey man, if that helps, knock yourself out. That's cool that you were able to do 5 comic pages though.
Done? Let's get moving.
Troll, hear that? Come on. Don't have a chance. Just die! That's the best you can do. Do your work.
They torture his assistant.
Was Jarl Ulfric?
Oh, I haven't seen it show up.
Wait a second. Looks like there's something in this cage. Ah, it's locked. See if you can get it open with some picks. We might need that gold once we get out. Grab it. Something useful and let's go.
I wonder why he was locked in a cage with like potions and his spell book. Legalized sports betting looks like it would probably pass here in Missouri too. I thought that was, well, I guess I shouldn't have, but I thought that was legal nationwide already.
Orders are to wait until General Tullius arrives.
I'm not waiting to be killed by a dragon. We need to fall back.
Just give the General some time.
You won't leave Helgen alive!
Oh, I wrecked him. Wait, get down here. I want to loot you. Oh, that did it. Alright, what am I ditching? Guess I'll drop some daggers. Oh, I was reading the damage. I was like, why is this math adding up? I was reading the damage as the weight. Okay, well, I guess. I'll take one dagger. I'll really flirt with my inventory limit.
Let's see where this goes.
What is ranked choice voting? It didn't pass here, but not very educated on it. Oh, that sucks. Ranked choice voting is what we should have. Ranked choice voting is what we should have nationally. Basically what ranked choice voting means is that you have 5 people running for office. Instead of choosing one and then like just that being your choice, you can rank your order of preference amongst all the candidates. So let's say, you know, for this election, I wanted to vote. You know, I'm actually a really big. This isn't true at all, but just for the sake of this example, I'm actually a really big Jill Stein person. I love Jill Stein, like Stein 2024 all the way. But I'm not a dummy. I recognize she has a snowball's chance in hell. So what I could do is, for ranked choice voting, I would select Kamala Harris to be my first choice. And I would select, or I would select Jill Stein to be my first choice, and I would select Kamala Harris to be my second choice, and then, you know, somebody else to be my third, and, you know, Donald Trump to be my last. And then what happens is it kind of creates an instant runoff scenario based on the rankings. So I voted for Jill Stein first overall, but only 12 other people did, right? Being facetious with that number, but not really. Only 12 other people did. So what happens is she loses, but her votes don't evaporate. Everybody that chose Kamala Harris as their second pick, their votes goes towards, since Jill Stein didn't pass the 50% threshold or whatever, their votes will go towards their second preference, which in my case would have been Kamala Harris. Somebody else may have picked Kamala Harris, but then they want their second choice to be Donald Trump or something. Well, in the instance where Jill Stein doesn't make it and Kamala Harris doesn't make it, then that third person on their list their vote would go towards the third person on their list if that third person, you know, wasn't already eliminated. So it creates a system. I don't know if I explained that very well, but it creates a system that allows for third parties and independent candidates to still be viable, and to build coalitions amongst other candidates, so that you can have a situation where, again, just speaking purely hypothetically, Jill Stein could say, "Hey, I want to win this election. Vote for me. Blah blah blah." But vote for, you know, Kamala Harris as your second pick. Choose her as your number 2. Or she could say somebody else. She could be saying choose the Libertarian Party candidate as your second choice. But, if there are a lot of people who support Jill Stein, and she does have if she has the kind of support that can move the margins, that might influence Kamala Harris to make a deal with. It's kind of the same as an endorsement, but it has a little bit more weight than an endorsement. You could have her make a deal with Jill Stein, being like, "Hey, tell your voters to choose me as their second." And then Jill Stein goes, "Well, what are you gonna do for me if I say that?" And then you can make concessions. You can be like, "Okay, I'll adapt your policy on healthcare. I'll adapt your policy on debt forgiveness if you tell your voters to choose me as their number 2." So then you can have these kind of coalitions where a third party vote isn't completely wasted. Right now, third party votes are wasted, but in a ranked choice system, third party votes have actual power. Oh no, hopefully that doesn't fuck up my... Wait, nope. This thing does not like to give me my cursor, which kind of makes it a pain because I can't scroll up. There we go. That would actually be a better system. It would make the independent votes actually mean something, yes. Thanks for the explanation. I kind of like how Nebraska and Maine do it with congressional districts. Well, at least I think I like it. While in those states the popular vote still has weight, a split point system. 247, 214, I'm still holding on to copium. Oh boy. Oh boy. We'll see, man. We'll see. Oh wait, I just turned around, didn't I? Oh, never mind, I guess I didn't. I'm gonna go force myself to sleep and then sigh for the entirety of the day. Good stream, good job. Hey, thanks, man. Thanks for hanging out. Hang in there.
That doesn't go anywhere.
It may,
Guess we better try this way.
It may feel like all hope is lost. And it may be close to all hope being lost. But all hope is not lost. JD Vance is probably pissing his pants since he's 39 and thinking in the back of his mind that Trump's mind is going the way of Biden. Maybe, I don't know. He's a pretty ambitious dude, so he might be salivating at the thought. What's that guy just doing up there?
I hate those damn things. Too many eyes, you know?
I mean, pissing his pants in excitement. Yeah.
There's a bear just ahead. See her? I'd rather not tangle with her right now. Let's try to sneak by. Just take it nice and slow. And watch where you step.
Or if you're feeling lucky, you can take this bow. Take her by surprise.
Go ahead. I'll follow your lead and watch your back.
I think usually I'd fight this bear. There are a whole lot of Wait, why am I still... Oh my god. My running is broken now. I'm not crouching anymore, but I can't run. I can't run. Wait, when did I become encumbered? I didn't pick anything up, did I? $303. What did I pick up? Oh! Oh, I cut his jaw in half. I'm kind of surprised no one talked about the election at my college today. In a good way, but still. That's a little weird. You would think that would be the one place it would get the most conversation. Oh, and I'm 100% sure my dad didn't get out and vote. Always gives me shit because we see politics different, says I don't keep up with the facts, and he's never voted once in his almost 86 years on this earth. I told him the other day he couldn't say shit to me. At least I wasn't. At least I was voting for the fourth time. 3 presidents, 1 local and midterm. Yeah, I mean, you know, the saying you can't teach an old dog new tricks exists for a reason. You know? Oh, you're in college? Yeah, you seemed a little woke. You seemed a little woke. From your university, your communist universities teaching you wokeology.
That looks like the way out. Do it, make it. Wait! There he goes. Looks like he's gone for good this time. No way to know if anyone else made it out alive. Well, this place is going to be swarming with Imperials soon enough. Better clear out of here. My sister, Gerda, runs the mill in Riverwood, just up the road. I'm sure she'd help you out. It's best if we split up. Good luck. I wouldn't have made it without your help today.
That's cool. Lots of great schools in Colorado except CSU. Traders leaving the Mountain West for the Pac-12. Can confirm I am currently working on a master in wokeology. I will say this game does hold up visually still. It's kind of sad because Starfield doesn't look that much better than this. Anybody remember when woke used to be called political correctness? Of course. Of course. Maidstone, Warriorstone, Beefstone. Oh yeah, I'm glad I can stay in a state and reap the benefits. Or stay in state and reap the benefits. The anniversary edition looks really good, IMO, or it did on my Xbox Series X when I had one of them. Yeah, this is the
Three of the 13 ancient standing stones that dot Skyrim's landscape.
this is like the vanilla Skyrim. This isn't even special edition or anniversary edition or whatever. No mods, no nothing. Just straight up OG vanilla Skyrim. Whoa, shit. That almost shot me over the waterfall. Oh, but I fell anyways. Oh, he's getting jumped by wolves. The anniversary did. Oh yeah, I read that already. Oh jeez, why is the scroll all weird? Speaking of Mountain West Devon, Grand Canyon University is joining for basketball. They were going to join the PCC, which is losing Gonzaga to the Pac-12. Now the only good school in the PCC will be St. Mary's. I don't even know what the PCC is. What is the is that Pacific Coast Conference? Hi, Devin, watching the map, eh? I'm pretty sure they are done counting for tonight. I think so, too. I'll wake up to a whole new world tomorrow. Hopefully a better one. Hopefully a better one than what we're leaving off on tonight. I'm sad I can't run my mods on anniversary. Might just be that my PC is a potato. The mods should... I think there are separate mods for anniversary, I think. How are you doing tonight, Gons? Welcome back to the stream. You having a... I mean, I imagine you're... I imagine you're having as good a night as anybody else in here. This stream is not exactly a bastion for Trump supporters. Gonna take a miracle for Kamala to win at this point. Pennsylvania for sure. She's several 100,000? Wait, she's several 100,000 down in Pennsylvania? Anniversary runs the scripts too fast for mods to work. It's a whole thing. See, I didn't even realize she was that far down in Pennsylvania. That is an epic fuck up, man. How is that even possible? I dipped into the wine, not as much as I need, but probably better that way, yeah. I am shockingly sober right now. My girlfriend brought me home a 6-pack of Voodoo Ranger, then she slammed 2 ciders and fell asleep. Do I have anything? Let me see if I have something. I'm near the kitchen. I can do that right now. Alright. All I have is a little bit of... I can't really see because of the brightness of this light. Some sake. And then this thing. Hard seltzer. So, I'll be doing a little bit of drinking in solidarity with you tonight. Channeling my inner Tom Cruise from The Last Samurai. We were gonna watch V for Vendetta. Well, good news, Vince. It looks like you're gonna be living V for Vendetta here in a second. You don't have to watch it at all. You'll be experiencing it in person. Cheers to that. That reminded me that I made a coffee earlier tonight and completely forgot about it in the kitchen, lol. Seems like it's a little too late for coffee, but hey, you know what? To each their own, Lynn.
Ain't every day we get visitors in Riverwood. Looking to protect yourself or deal some damage?
those. Blessed Iron Sword. Undead up to level 3 flee for 30 seconds. I could almost buy that. I usually do Warhammers in this game, but maybe I'll stick with what do I wonder if I could sell something else that could get me across that line. Why didn't I sell this? I thought I sold this.
What? What is it now, Mother?
Until next time.
It's a mountain. Black as night. It flew right over
Whatever
the
you
town.
need. Blades, helmets, pretty much anything to suit your needs.
Oh, I have 7 Imperial swords? I didn't even realize I had that many. Guy Fawkes himself.
And I've got better things to do than listen to more of your fantasies.
You'll see. It was a dragon. It'll kill us.
Did I see you talking to Sven? Maybe not. Maybe... Never mind. But I would stay away from him if I were you.
Come here a minute. I need your help with something.
What is it, woman? Sven drunk on the job again?
Hod, just come here.
Raylo, what are you doing here? Ha, I'll be right down.
Where are you going?
New to Riverwood? If you're looking for work, go see Hod at the mill. It's my mill. Some folks thinks it's my town too, but it ain't. The Jarl in Whiterun owns the land and the town. I just pay the taxes.
Oh, I didn't switch back? Oh, why am I all blurry? I'm blurry as shit all of a sudden. Why am I so blurry? What the fuck? Oh my god. Where's my camera controls? Ah, there we go. as to this.
Until next time.
Can I see your axe?
Why does she have a waypoint if I can't talk to her about anything?
Lucan over in the Riverwood Traders says thief. Of course. Here's the key to the house. Stay as long as you like.
Oh,
If
okay.
there's anything else you need, just let me know. Oh, what's this all about? What are you two doing here? A dragon? In Helgen? It can't be. Although, it would explain what I saw earlier. Flying down the valley from the south.
This week would be the best time to have a trip in Japan. Honestly, I was hoping that a better outcome would mean that, you know, I wouldn't have so much to, you know, worry about. Thus freeing me to have a trip to, I don't know, back to Japan or someplace else with, you know, a little bit less worry, a little bit more of a celebratory trip, I guess. But it doesn't seem like that is to be.
I don't know why, but I actually believe you. You've got the look of someone who's just seen a dragon. Things just go from bad to worse. First the war, now dragons. What's this world coming to? The Jarl needs to know if there's a dragon on the loose. Riverwood is defenseless. We need to get word to Jarl Balgruuf in Whiterun to send whatever troops he can. If you'll do that for me, I'll be in your debt. Hush, Frodnar. This is no time for your games. Go and watch the South Road. Come find us if you see any Imperial soldiers coming.
Aw, Mama. I want to stay and talk with Uncle Rayla.
Mind your mother, boy. Look at you. Almost a grown man. Won't be long before you'll be joining the fight yourself.
That's right. Don't worry, Uncle Rayla. I won't let those soldiers sneak up on you.
Why does this kid have like an American accent?
What's going on?
OMG, take me to Japan, lol. JK, be a dream vacation. Honestly, at this point, it's kind of more on the order of like, where would be a good place to expatriate to? Like, New Zealand seems like it could be nice. Finland? Too cold. I have two streaming friends that are Kiwis. I'd love to go there. Oh, shit. Yeah, I would love to go there too. I mean, it looks awesome. I mean, things are only about to go from bad to worse over here, so... I'm glad I live on the border with our northern neighbors, although I bet Canada is more willing to betray refugees than during the Vietnam War. Well, Canada's too similar to America in a lot of regards. Politically speaking, they're heading towards the bad direction too. Their starting off point is just a little bit further to the left than ours. I mean, if you can become a citizen there, then at least you get health care. I'd show up to Tamura Morrison's door. Sir, could you sign my Boba Fett? I do have a ton of family in Colombia, I guess. Canada became worse. Oh yeah, Canada became significantly more right-wing in the past decade. But that's just a global trend. A lot of places have. It's frustrating because there is such a yearning amongst the populace to combat that. And you saw that in the European elections a few months back, where the Labour Party in the UK had a victory, and the Tories had a crushing defeat. And then you saw it in France when the Left Coalition defeat Marine Le Pen's party, even though Emmanuel Macron betrayed that coalition. But you see it all over the place, where there's just like this urge to like push back against fascists amongst the people. But that urge is never shared by any elected official. Or not by a whole lot, at least. And it's just, it's frustrating because, like, in these places I'm talking about, the UK and France and shit, these aren't, like, Soviet countries. They aren't communist nations. There are Western, you know, capitalist, imperialist nations. So, it is against their interest as imperials to you know, fight fascism. So I don't know how you defeat that. I don't know how you ultimately latch a standing victory, a lasting victory. It's frustrating, and it's dark, and it's grim, and I don't know how it gets better. Where's the fucking front door of this place? Same with Colombia, actually. I like their current president, but he's too left for them, so they have the same conservative brain rot. There are so many. Oh my god, I don't even like thinking about all of the terrible implications that are going to result. That are going to happen as a result of this defeat. If it does stand as a defeat, I mean, we're not just talking about, you know, a national abortion ban. We're also talking about like RFK as the head of Health and Human Services. We're talking about Elon Musk as like, you know, a government reformist, in charge of government reform.
City's closed with the dragons about. Official business only. Fine. But we'll be keeping an eye on you.
We'll pay whatever it takes, but we must have more for the Imperial soldiers.
I just can't fill an order that size on my own. Why don't you swallow that stubborn pride of yours and ask Yorland Greymane for help?
I'd sooner bend my knee to Ulfric's Stormcloak. Besides, Greymane would never make steel for the Legion.
Have it your way. I'll take the job, but don't expect a miracle.
They say hit by a dragon.
brigands I can handle. This talk of dragons? The world's gone mad.
I love, love.
Why can I not enter this? There we go.
Put that thing away before someone gets hurt.
Hey, it was an accident. Who even said that? Oh, you.
I might just be a servant of lords, but don't think for a moment I don't take my duties as seriously.
Wait, what is she doing?
Please, this is no time for rash action.
Wait, why is she coming to me?
What's the meaning of this interruption? Jarl Balgrup is not receiving visitors. Well, that explains why the guards let you in. Come on then. The Jarl will want to speak to you personally.
So, you were at Helgen. You saw this dragon with your own eyes?
Yes, I had a great view while the Imperials were trying to cut my head off.
Really? You're certainly forthright about your criminal past. But it's none of my concern who the Imperials want to execute. Especially now. What I want to know is, what exactly happened at Helgen?
The dragon destroyed Helgen, and last I saw it was heading this way.
By Ysmir, Irileth was right. What do you say now, Proventus? Shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls against the dragon?
My lord, we should send troops to Riverwood at once. It's in the most immediate danger. If that dragon is lurking in the mountains...
It's a provocation. He'll assume we're preparing to join Ulfric's side and attack him. We should not...
Enough! I'll not stand idly by while the dragon burns my hold and slaughters my people. Irileth, send a detachment to Riverwood at once.
Yes, my Jarl.
If you'll excuse me, I'll return to my duties.
That would be best. Well done. You sought me out on your own initiative. You've done Whiterun a service, and I won't forget it. Here, take this as a small token of my esteem. There is another thing you could do for me. Suitable for someone of your particular talents, perhaps. Come, let's go find Farengar, my court wizard. He's been looking into a matter related to these dragons and rumors of dragons.
Well, I feel like we will have to do that some other time. I'm tired. Oops, shit, I didn't even do that. Did I just create a new one? I guess I did. Oh well. My back hurts sitting in this chair. I'm exhausted by the day's events. It's 1 in the morning. Your talents avoided getting executed. I mean, I feel like that's a pretty solid talent to have. I feel like that's a pretty solid talent to have. Oh boy. Not all. Hey, good night, Vince. Everybody else who joined me on this dreary night. I really hope High Rock isn't the next Elder Scrolls game. I still consider Daggerfall the High Rock game. Yo, what's up, Woody Oats? Welcome to the stream, even though I'm about to end it now. Oh, the Three Stooges is on YouTube. I haven't watched the Three Stooges since I was a kid. Alright. This is going to be it for me tonight. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. I appreciate it, as always. I'm sitting here dog sitting. Dog's right over there. She's right over there. Rue. Rupert. Rue. Rue, come here. Come here, Rue. Say hi to the people. Come here, Rupert. Yeah, stretch your legs. Come here. I didn't say stretch. I said come here. You must have been comfortable as hell, huh? You must have been... Hey, well, why'd you do that? Okay. Every time she rolls over on her back and starts wagging her tail. There we go. There we go. You've been here tonight, too. You've been here tonight, too. Although you've been handling the night a lot better than a lot of us, huh? And wave bye to the people. I'm gonna head out too. Good night. Hey, thanks for stopping by and hanging out, Livy. I appreciate it. You have a good rest of your night. I might watch All Quiet on the Western Front to cheer myself up. I guess that says everything we need to know about your disposition tonight, Gons, but it's understandable. Have a good rest of your night too. Hope we have a better day tomorrow, but seems unlikely. Seems unlikely. Like the next several hundred days might not be all that hot. Okay. What? Oh, Jesus. Okay. Do you want to say bye to the people at least? You're licking my face. Say bye to the people. Oh, you don't know what's going on. You don't know what's going on. It's a bright light right there, huh? All right, let's chill. You know what? I'm gonna turn this off, and then we're gonna chill on the couch and watch TV. All right. All right. See you later, everybody.